Hi, my name is Jake Boyd. I'm a special education teacher at Rock Island High School in Rock Island, Illinois. I'm also an assistant wrestling coach at the high school here, and I'm attaining my Master's of Arts degree in Autism Spectrum Disorders from Grand Canyon University. A few of the dispositions I feel are important to touch upon where I scored the highest, and I feel are most important to me. First one is my ability to work with individual learners and having high expectations for them. Teaching special ed, I have to work with individual learners on a daily basis, and I feel it's important to have those high expectations for them, to provide them with a curriculum and the rigor that's necessary to be able to have them be successful later on in life. Too often when I talk to people who don't know what special education is or what it's about, they just assume that these kids are going to lead remedial and menial lives and have jobs that aren't important. And then I have to kind of correct that and say, no, I have students who go to college, who go to trade school, who are in a union, who are iron workers, who are electricians, who played college sports, who did all of these things with an IEP. I just have to make sure that it's clear to them that I have had high expectations for them. My colleagues have had high expectations for them. And all they are people who learn in a different way. What I also have to kind of convey is that that not only do they learn in a different way, it may be a way that they've never heard of before. So whether that be with alternative education or online education or anything like that, they're just students who the traditional school setting is not going to be appropriate for them for their learning. And we have to provide them with a way that they're going to get the correct information that's going to be necessary for them to be successful in their life. The next disposition I felt was important was my ability to work with students from different cultural backgrounds. In my school building, we have dozens and dozens of different cultural backgrounds that have come in the last 10 years. We've had a huge influx of political refugees from Burma, from all over Africa, from Latin America, from Iraq, from Afghanistan. We have lots and lots of different and new students coming into our building on a daily basis or a yearly basis, sometimes daily. If you ask our ELL department, they would say it would feel like it was daily. But and what's really amazing to me also is not only these cultures that what everyone thinks about, but our students from different races that are already in the building, whether that be African Americans or Hispanic population or Caucasians or anything like that. We have tons of different students that are all friends with each other, whether that they be playing the same sports, whether they like the same music. All these different things kind of tie these different groups together, and it's a really, really awesome thing to see in a larger high school to have this many different social groups that are totally okay with each other with all the differences that they have that they bring on the surface. One of the dispositions that I scored the lowest on, I felt, or I reflected the lowest, was my community involvement. As being a person who doesn't live in the district where I teach, I'm not as able to get into the community and work with students as much as I would like outside of the school setting. I also, since an athletic coach, I coach wrestling from November to March. I'm not able to have much free time to get into the community because a lot of my time is taken up with that. I also have 3 children and a wife that I like spending time with. So my time is kind of thin on my ability to be able to work with students outside of the school setting and foster those positive vibes to the school district when I'm not around as much as I would like to be in their geographical area. As a professional educator, I feel it's important to be a representative of the school at all times, whether that be during the school day, outside of the school day. We have to understand that community members are stakeholders in the school as well, and what they see with us may reflect poorly, and which would also reflect poorly on the school if they see behavior that they are not enjoying or approve of. And we just have to be cognizant of that and kind of be on our best behavior pretty much at all times. And as a teacher, I feel like you kind of know that going into the profession. So thank you for listening and have a good day.